Footy shorts, it's in the stands with marmalade. We're going to say which oval's better, Adelaide Oval
or the MCG? All right, we kicked off our week in South Australia visiting Adelaide Oval. Adelaide Oval has played host to Gather Round over the last few years. If you watch any of our content, you will know that it is also the home of chocolate milk. Before Port Adelaide games, they do the Never Tear Us Apart on the hill. That's a tradition. There's also the roof climb where you can walk on the roof and see the oval from a different angle. And you can't forget the iconic heritage listed scoreboard. But tonight, we're here for the first final. And as the fans came across the footbridge, we spoke to Adelaide correspondent Jim Brady for his thoughts on the oval.
Well, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is the Adelaide Oval Hill. Obviously the food, better options than anywhere in Australia.
What's your favourite thing?
Of late, the pie floater. I'm going to get one tonight, get stuck into it. Also got like a healthy salad the other week. That was actually pretty good as well. So MCG just feels like a concrete jungle. So
what do you reckon's better, Adelaide Oval or the MCG?
Where's the MCG?
So it's in Melbourne, but...
Never heard of it.
Adelaide Oval any day of the week, mate.
Oh, it's just the best ground in the world. The atmosphere, the ground, the people, unbelievable.
As we headed inside, Jim was not lying. There was the bakery. You could get pizza, even butter chicken and a garlic naan. We headed to the hill where the atmosphere was starting to pick up. The roof climbers arguably had the best seats in the house. While the party was pumping on the hill, it was not a great spot to watch the actual game. You had to get in between the hustle and bustle to get a good vantage point. Did have to head to the canteen and try out a meat pie before leaving. A very delicious treat. On Saturday, we were in Melbourne at the MCG. We got here 3 hours early to film some content, and there were already thousands of people lining up waiting to get into the stadium. The Melbourne Cricket Ground really is the Coliseum of Australian sport, with a capacity well over 100,000. We see it play host to massive crowds at the AFL Grand Final and the Boxing Day Test. And with a close proximity to the city, it is one of Melbourne's biggest tourist attractions. We had a chat with Melbourne's biggest fan, Caden McDonald.
Caden, we need to know what makes the MCG so great.
Well, where do I begin? One of the biggest stadiums in the Southern Hemisphere, 100,000 people, host the grand final. It's host the Olympics. It's host the Commonwealth Games. The British Irish Lions have played here. Real Madrid. The NFL is coming to the MCG. It's where you have the Boxing Day Test. It's where you have the grand final. It doesn't have a hill, but it's got a bloody big grandstand, and I just love it.
Big, brings everyone in, easy to get out of.
It's just the Coliseum, you know, the atmosphere, the crowd, the electricity, it's absolutely incredible.
It's Australia's Coliseum, biggest stadium, best ground, best vibe.
Beautiful green field and 100,000 people cheering.
When we got inside, the first thing we noticed was there was no historic scoreboard, just two big screens at either end, and while they do have a windscreen wiper for wet conditions, I feel like Adelaide Oval takes a point there for the iconic heritage listed scoreboard. At the MCG canteen, it was quite traditional with hot dogs, chips, meat pies and sausage rolls. I'm going to give another point here to Adelaide Oval for the pure fact that you can get a butter chicken at the footy, something I haven't seen much of. But here is the biggest point of the debate. Is it the open air atmosphere in Adelaide or is it the Coliseum with 100,000 plus people? Help us decide. We're on the fence. We need your help.
Adelaide Oval
or the MCG?
Which one do you think is better?
Make sure you let us know.